When you create a heritage scrapbook, do you know what the very first page should be? It should be a family tree, of course. But why? Well, because every time somebody opens a heritage-themed scrapbook, the very first page they start looking for is a family tree. My mom did it. My aunt went and looked for those pages. Cousins, neighbors, total strangers will pick up my heritage scrapbooks, and the very first page they look at is a family tree. So let that be the first page. In a previous video, I told you the importance of getting started making a heritage scrapbook now. Your family needs to know their stories now, not when your research all done, but with what you have right now. I also shared in another video what program I used to create my heritage scrapbook pages. So if you want to go review those videos, check the description below. But today, I'm going to share you just a few of the examples of heritage scrapbook pages that I made with a family tree theme. Take a look at this tree. Now, many of you probably would not want to include that in your scrapbook because it's missing a few details, namely pictures of your relatives. But remember, we're creating a family history scrapbook with all the information we have right now. Someday, you might have photos of those people that are lacking photos in this page. Maybe not. But why not use everything you have so that your family can see some of the details instead of just not creating the page because you don't have everything. Now, for some of you who are really crafty, that version doesn't have a lot of fancy embellishments, so try this version. Same tree, slightly different people because I just actually went up a generation to the key person in that old layout. I went to her mom and created her tree, right? So once you create a digital layout, then you can just keep reusing that layout and move people around. And then if you need to have your scrapbooking embellishment fixed, you can jazz it up just like this one. Perhaps, the tree is just a little too obvious and annoying, and you'd rather have a page that looks more like this, a pedigree chart format. And once again, it's missing some names and some photos. But I still encourage you to create a page and put it in your scrapbook with the details you have. You never know when those blanks will be filled in because you took the time to create it and other relatives go, oh, hey, I know the answer to that problem. Now, here's a new layout that I did. And it still has the family tree chart format without the tree. And the thing that I did differently this time is I put the key person at the top and then worked my way back through generations down the tree and just used little lines to connect the people. Now, sometimes those trees are just a little bit boring and you have a lot more information you want to include in your book. Well, the trees can get really busy, especially if they have lots of names and people. So why don't you try this layout? This is one of the most popular layouts that I've shared on my blog, and it's called the fan chart. And notice I can include more generations, and to keep the lines separate, I made the left side one color and the right side another color so that people can see, well, that is this person's father's side and the mother's side. But let's zoom out. Now, if you're making a landscape 11 by 8.5 scrapbook, all you need to do is put that fan chart on there, on your layout. But if you're doing a square layout or you're doing the portrait 8.5 by 11 size, you have a lot of blank space to fill in when you put that fan chart on your layout. So look what I did. I just added some more pictures because people love photos in heritage scrapbook pages. So use that extra space instead of go, oh man, it doesn't fill the page. So there you have it. Those are just a few of the examples of way I have portrayed my family tree in scrapbook albums. If you have any ideas, go ahead and share a link in the comments below so we can all benefit from all of these great ideas. If you want to see some of the products that I used, if they're still available by the time that you watch this video, I'll have links to the graphic designers in the descriptions below. I hope that you'll start creating your family history scrapbooks, and when you do, come back and let me know how you did. And if you want to see more videos on heritage scrapbooking or scrapbooking in general, be sure to give me a thumbs up like to this video.